Picture this. You're sitting on the couch flipping through TV channels, but nothing's grabbing your attention. Same old shows, same old routine. Then it hits you. Why not plan a vacation? But not just any vacation. Why not head to another planet? Forget the typical getaway to a beach or city. Maybe it's time for a trip to the stars. Sounds exciting, right? So, let's see how that would go. And spoiler alert, it might not be as fun as it sounds. Let's start with Mercury, shall we? The planet that is not for the faint of heart. Imagine being so close to the sun that you're constantly sweating like you're in a sauna that's been left on high for 10 years. With daytime temperatures soaring to a scorching 425 degrees Celsius, your skin would practically start to sizzle the moment you step out of your spaceship. But don't worry, nighttime on Mercury is just as exciting. Once the sun sets, things cool down to a bone-chilling negative 201 degrees Celsius. It's like going from a heat stroke to frostbite in the blink of an eye. There's no atmosphere, so you'll be exposed to unfiltered radiation as you try to brave the hot and cold swings. And just to make your visit even more fun, you'll also have to dodge meteoroids constantly crashing into the planet. Mercury is truly the place for those who love a good game of extreme survival. If you enjoy becoming a crispy, irradiated husk, Venus, where it's not the heat that'll get you, it's the pressure. It's like stepping into a cosmic pressure cooker. Imagine this. You've landed on the surface of Venus, and the temperature is a comfortable 475 degrees Celsius. Oh, wait. It's actually a death trap that'll boil you alive. But it's not just the heat. The atmospheric pressure here is 90 times stronger than on Earth. That means your body will feel like it's being squished into a pancake. And of course, don't forget the sulfuric acid clouds constantly raining down on you. This isn't some romantic vacation where you can sip wine while gazing at the stars. This is a place where your face will literally melt off in the atmosphere. Venus isn't the love planet. It's the planet you'll want to fall in love with from a distance, with a very high-tech, indestructible spacesuit. So, you've heard about Mars, right? The planet with all the hype. It's basically the #1 vacation spot for astronauts who want to play it safe in a frozen, airless wasteland. Mars is about as close to Earth as you're going to get, except there's no breathable air, no liquid water, and the average temperature is negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 60 degrees Celsius. But who needs oxygen when you have a highly dangerous, harsh landscape waiting to be explored? Oh, and let's not forget about the dust storms that can rage for months. Your perfect stay on Mars might just involve being trapped in a frozen dust bowl. The radiation levels here are off the charts, so good luck with that cute tan you've been dreaming about. You'll probably develop skin cancer faster than a Mars rover can drive 10 feet. But hey, at least you get to live out your space explorer fantasy, even if that means your body is slowly frozen solid in the process. Now, Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system and a place where survival is as impossible as finding solid ground. If you want to land on Jupiter, good luck, because there's no solid surface to stand on. You'll just keep falling through clouds of gas until you're crushed by the immense pressure deep within the planet. And if the sheer gravity of this monster of a planet doesn't squish you first, the winds at 400 miles per hour will send you spiraling into the planet's Great Red Spot, which is a storm so massive that Earth could comfortably fit inside it. Jupiter's storms are powerful enough to rip apart anything that dares to get too close. So, you'll be tossed around like a rag doll in a hurricane until the pressure and radiation finish you off. And don't even think about trying to escape. You'll be locked in Jupiter's grasp until you become just another space casualty. Saturn's beauty is undeniable. Those rings, they're like cosmic jewelry that would make any interstellar tourist snap a picture. But if you think you're going to be frolicking through Saturn's rings like it's some grand cosmic playground, think again. Saturn is a gas giant, so there's no solid surface for you to land on. The temperature? Minus 185 degrees Celsius, so bundle up if that's even possible. But more important than the cold is the swirling stormy atmosphere that will throw you around like a weather balloon. And don't forget those ice crystals in the rings. You might get too close and find yourself shredded by high-speed particles. If you manage to survive the atmosphere, the gravity here will flatten you quicker than you can say space tourism. Saturn is like the supermodel of planets, gorgeous from a distance. But as soon as you try to get closer, you realize it's probably best to admire from afar. Uranus. Yes, we get it. The jokes practically write themselves. But seriously, if you think Uranus is just a comedic punchline, think again. The winds here can reach up to 900 miles per hour, so you'll be hurled around like a giant frisbee in a wind tunnel. Not to mention that the temperature hovers at a delightful minus 224 degrees Celsius. You'll be frozen solid faster than a polar bear in a snowstorm. But the real kicker? Uranus rotates sideways, which means your whole journey will be an endless spin cycle of confusion. One minute you're upside down, the next, you're probably dead from the extreme cold and radiation. And, like Venus, Uranus's atmosphere is full of methane. So if you make it through the windstorm, get ready for the smell of space flatulence that will probably end your vacation on a very unpleasant note. A visit to Uranus is probably best left to the adventurous souls who like being utterly lost and freezing. And last, but certainly the least survivable, is Neptune. This is the ultimate destination for extreme thrill seekers who really enjoy being blown apart. Winds that can reach 1,200 miles per hour will send you into a frozen oblivion, and the temperature is a crisp minus 212 degrees Celsius. You won't last long enough to even enjoy the view of the icy storms or the blue haze that makes Neptune look like a giant cosmic marble. There's no solid surface here, just miles and miles of gas and ice that will tear you apart with its ferocious winds. The pressure is so intense that you'll be squashed into a puddle of space goo before you can even scream for help. Neptune isn't a vacation destination. It's the cosmic equivalent of a death sentence wrapped in an icy blanket. If you're lucky, you'll go out with a spectacular glacial bang. But, spoilers, you won't be coming back. If you're still dreaming of packing your bags and heading out to explore the planets, well, good luck with that. The solar system's idea of hospitality is basically, you're gonna die. So, unless you've got a fancy spacesuit and a death wish, the safest bet is probably to stay put here on Earth. It's the only planet where you can live, breathe, and maybe even make a sandwich without having to worry about being crushed, boiled, frozen, or suffocated by the lack of air. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.